Hello, and welcome to Gus McDoll Strategy and Tactics, and thank you to our subscribers. I'm Nick McDoll. Today we're continuing the Allied Grant campaign in Close Combat A Bridge Too Far, a game based on the Battle of Arnhem, Operation Marketgarden. In this series, we use the missions in the Allied Grant campaign to illustrate one or more aspects of World War II infantry tactics at the company level and below. Each episode, we conduct basic mission analysis, develop and analyse possible courses of action, then decide and execute the plan in real time, followed by lessons learned. Please remember to like the video and subscribe for more great strategy and tactics content. And if you want to buy me a coffee, the links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. In this episode, we're in the Arnhem sector, the Polish drop area of operations. Our objective is the farmlands on the banks of the Rhine. It is day 6 of Operation Marketgarden, 0700 hours on 22 September 1944. Polish drop farmland. You can expect to run into very heavy resistance in the farmlands and could possibly lose Driel. Take care not to lose everything taking the farmlands. If you successfully secure the area, you can provide much needed relief to the elements of the 1st Airborne that are isolated in Oosterbeek. Before we continue, this battle went so long I had to cut the episode in half, and we'll release the second half next week. If you're okay with suspense, keep watching. If you're patient and don't do suspense, stop now and watch both episodes next week. Let's examine our forces. Airborne Bren teams are the core of the Polish army. They use a light machine gun, bolt-action rifles and hand grenades. Use them on the front lines, but they should run or hide from tanks. Airborne rifle teams use bolt-action rifles and hand grenades. The team leader is armed with a submachine gun. Use rifle teams on the front lines and to hold victory locations. They are useless against tanks. Airborne ad hoc rifle teams are low-quality replacement teams. They use single-shot rifles and hand grenades. The team leader is armed with a submachine gun. Use them to free up quality teams for other duties. Airborne Piat teams consist of an anti-tank bomb projector, a bolt-action rifle and hand grenades. Not as effective as the Panzerschreck, the Piat's effective range is 8 to 80 metres. Airborne Vickers medium machine gun teams also include bolt-action rifles and hand grenades. Position these teams in multi-storey buildings or locations with long lines of sight so they can suppress enemy infantry while your units manoeuvre. Next, let's look at the map and do some mission analysis. I will develop a plan and then execute it in the game. Our mission is to secure the farmland along the Rhine in order to support the British at Oosterbeek. We have a parachute infantry company from the 1st Polish Brigade consisting of 3 Bren sections, 2 rifle sections and an ad hoc rifle team, and a Piat team. They are supported by 4 Vickers machine guns. This is the final battle in the Polish drop operation, and given our success in previous battles, the final battle in the Allied Grand Campaign. The Polish commander, General Sosabowski, is counting on us to win, so let's take a moment and assess the operation. This is the area around the town of Driel, southwest of Arnhem. To the northwest is the Rhine River, and across the Rhine to the north, the British forces at Oosterbeek. To the northeast is the Oosterbeek railway bridge that was destroyed in day 1 of the campaign. Drop Zone K, used by the Polish Brigade, is in the open fields east of Driel itself. The first battle in the operation is to secure the landing zone. The second battle is to secure the town of Driel. And the third battle is to secure the southern bank of the Rhine in order to cross and support the British at Oosterbeek. In the last episode, we fought our way off the landing zone, Drop Zone K, and secured a building to use as a headquarters. We then secured the Honingveldsstraat objective and the road to Driel. Finally, we assaulted the German strongpoint at the Baltersen factory. Next, we secured the town of Driel. Polish forces started around the 3-storey house. After suffering heavy losses in a seesaw battle, Podporuzhnik, or 2nd Lieutenant Szymanski, cleared the buildings along the road to the T-junction and then secured the church at the Y-junction to the north. Now we must secure the south bank of the Rhine River. Polish forces start south of the Y-junction. Over to the east, you can see the location of the church we captured in the previous battle. The map indicates that north is to the bottom of the map. Actually, it is to the left of the map. I have marked 6 areas. Number 1, a clump of buildings in North Triel, held by Polish troops. 2 of the buildings are multi-storey, offering good line of sight and fire down the road and across the fields. The remaining buildings also offer cover and concealment. Number 2, a wooded area west of these buildings and the Drielsy Dike objective. Drielsy Rhine Dike is the name of the road running along the banks of the Rhine River. This area offers a concealed approach to the banks of the Rhine. It also offers the enemy a concealed avenue of approach to the Polish position. Number 3, a clump of buildings on Kirkstraat or Church Street around the Y junction. The buildings offer an excellent defensive position with cover and concealment. If captured, they provide an obvious base of fire across the riverbanks. Number 4, the public school and the surrounding woods. This area provides ample cover and concealment and could be a forming up point for enemy attacks against the Polish position at North Triel. Number 5, the Reformed Church and the road to the Heverdorp Ferry and the rail bridge. These buildings provide excellent observation and fields of fire over the riverbank and the road. These buildings need to be free of enemy before the riverbank can be captured or held. And number 6, the banks of the Rhine River. Despite occupying half the battle map, this large open area provides almost no cover and concealment. The riverbank is bisected by a boardwalk to the ferry. Key terrain is the clump of buildings held by the Polish troops, the buildings around the Y junction, and the buildings around the Reformed Church. Decisive terrain is the boardwalk on the banks of the Rhine, control of which allows reinforcements to be sent to the British at Oosterbeek. I assess the enemy will mount a last-ditch attempt to prevent the Polish paratroops from linking up with the British airborne at Oosterbeek. They will throw everything they have left into the fight. I can expect a company-sized formation with ample heavy weapons, including machine guns and mortars. The enemy's most likely course of action is to defend strong points along the approach to the Rhine. This could cause losses to the Polish troops, deny them access to the Rhine, and delay reinforcement to the British airborne at Oosterbeek. The enemy's most dangerous course of action is to counterattack the Polish forces and push them back to Driel with heavy losses. This could prevent the Polish from contesting control of the banks of the Rhine and prevent them from reinforcing the British airborne at Oosterbeek. My first course of action is to attack from the left flank and use the wooded area to the west as a concealed approach to the riverbank. From here, I can control the riverbank with fire and gradually clear the buildings along a single axis of advance, keeping Drielsy Rhine Dike on my left flank and starting with the buildings along Kirkstraat around the Y junction, objective Warsaw. This is a sound plan. The weakness is that the troops would be vulnerable to counterattack from the woods while moving to the FUP and from both flanks in the attack. Also, I would need to either split my forces to retain North Driel or abandon that position to the enemy. My second course of action is to avoid Kirkstraat and the Y junction and attack on the right flank. First, I would capture the public school, objective Lodz. Then, move through the wooded area behind it. Finally, control the Reformed Church, objective Krakow, and from there, the riverbank and boardwalk, objective Gdansk. Again, a sound plan, and reduces the risk of attack in the move to the FUP and from the flanks in the attack. But while it would bypass the Y junction, any enemy forces in that location could still control the riverbank with fire and deny its use to the Polish forces. In other words, I still need to clear the Y junction position. One way or the other, I need to retain Driel and clear the Y junction before I can control the riverbank. My third course of action is therefore to hold Driel against any counterattack, using the firepower of 4 Vickers with a Piat in reserve in case of armour. I will defeat any German attack on Driel by combining all support weapons into a fire plan covering the likely approaches or assembly areas the enemy may use. Once Driel is secure, I will advance to capture the Y junction, objective Warsaw. This will allow me to control the riverbank with fire, using the buildings as a support by fire position. Next, secure the public school, objective Lodz, and then push onto the Reformed Church, objective Krakow. Finally, secure the riverbank, objective Gdansk. The fire of all weapons will be combined so as to have the maximum fire effect on all likely approaches or assembly areas which the enemy may use, subject to the need for gaining surprise by withholding fire until the latest possible moment. I have now moved my troops into position and will execute the plan in real time. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the various courses of action and if you have identified a viable alternative. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more great strategy and tactics content. And so we begin. The troops surge forward to occupy their forward positions. Almost immediately, they detect a reserve squad moving forward.
Move complete.
The Bren section on the left flank opens fire. A Schützen squad in the rear. Another Schützen squad moving through the woods. And an MG42 squad. The Vickers open fire from their new positions. The Schützen are moving to the public school. A heavy machine gun team is already there. Meanwhile, the reserve squad has been cut down, as has the MG42 squad. Enemy on the left flank, moving through the woods. Another Schützen squad. The Germans are attacking from 3 directions.
Under heavy fire.
The Polish troops take their first casualties on the left flank.
Take cover.
On the right flank, the Schützen are within grenade range. The Germans have taken heavy casualties here. They withdraw. A flamethrower squad on the left flank. A chill runs through the spine. Not this. An MG42 squad on the left flank. More troops forming up in the woods. Schützen. And an Aufklärer squad.
Sergeant.
More Polish casualties.
Under heavy fire.
A Vickers team moves forward. It had poor line of sight from the 2-story building.
Under heavy fire.
Another MG42 team on the right flank, moving to the public school. And incoming German mortar fire. And a third MG42 team on the left flank. The Polish troops target the Flammenwerfer squad.
Take cover!
The attack on the left flank is developing. The Poles also target a Schützen squad forming up for an attack to their front.
Take cover! Under heavy fire!
The Piat team pushes forward to provide support to the right flank.
Under heavy fire! We're pinned down! Move complete. Under heavy fire! Under heavy fire!
Some of the soldiers are withdrawing under pressure of the second attack.
Move complete.
Hand-to-hand fighting on the right flank.
Move complete.
Bolsovsky has survived 2 battles so far. This time, it is very personal. The Schützen squad is destroyed and the second attack defeated. Meanwhile, the Germans are pressing hard on the left flank.
Under heavy fire! Move complete. Team lost!
A Bren team on the right flank is lost.
Losing a lot of men.
Under heavy fire!
Tough fighting. Heavy casualties on both sides. Things can't get worse. Then armour shows up. A Sonderkraftfahrzeug 251 heavy machine gun carrier. Ziemski's Vickers team moves to get a shot. Bolsovsky's Piat also falls back to counter the threat. The troops in the centre target a Schützen moving along Kirchstadt.
Move complete.
The Vickers targets a Sonderkraftfahrzeug. Machine gun fire pours into its unprotected top. Yes! It is knocked out. I don't know about the troops, but my morale just went up. Fighting continues on the left flank. An Aufklärer squad is keeping up pressure in the centre.
Move complete.
And more troops are moving to the public school on the right flank. Dabrowski on the Bren is the last survivor of his team and is keeping under cover.
Move complete. Under heavy fire.
Good news though, the Flammenwerfer squad has been destroyed with both engineers badly injured. Bosowski has had enough and moved to the rear with a Piat, leaving Wawiorko frozen in terror behind a building. A third attack on the right flank, this time a Panzerschreck. The Vickers is moving into a support by fire position on the right flank. A Schützen squad and MG42 head back towards the public school buildings.
Target eliminated. Move complete.
The Panzerschreck is eliminated and the third attack on the right flank defeated. On the left flank, the MG42 is falling back. A number of Polish soldiers are falling back. Understandable given the ferocity of the fighting. But I would have liked them to stay in the fight.
Move complete.
The remaining troops go to ground.
We need to pull back. Move complete.
A German Granatwerfer squad is positioned near the boardwalk.
Move complete.
The Aufklärer in the centre assaults forward. And is cut down. Near the Y junction, one of the MG42 squads moves under cover. The MG42 opens up on the right flank. It immediately causes casualties.
Move complete.
They assault forward.
Under heavy fire.
This attack is defeated. The MG42 on the left flank opens up.
Under heavy fire.
Meanwhile, the Granatwerfer is dropping smoke rounds along the Kirchstadt, in front of the Polish position. The intensity of battle has died down. The Germans have an MG42 squad on either flank, and an Aufklärer to the front, and a Granatwerfer mortar in the rear. The Poles have held off multiple attacks by strong German forces. They have suffered heavy casualties. But so have the Germans. The Poles go to ground. The first phase of the Battle of Kirchstadt has been won. But the Germans have not finished fighting, and the Poles have not moved from their starting position in Driel. That's enough for now. Next episode, the battle continues. Will the Poles take the banks of the Niederrhein and relieve British forces at Osterbeek? Or will they be fought to a standstill and call a truce? Find out next episode. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.